Wouldn't you like to be able to create shareable lists of things that you recommend, places that you recommend, or just things that you love to do or that you're passionate about? How would you like to create those lists and also be able to earn cash back? Well, my friend, you can do that with Benable. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Ileane Smith. Be sure that you subscribe and make sure that you are getting all the notifications so you'll know whenever I publish a video, podcast, or whatever. And thank you so much for joining as well. All right, so Benable. I ran across Benable, it's been about a year now, and I was able to benefit with earning cash back. I've created lists of things from, let's just go over to my profile. And I've created things from home decor, a comfy and cozy home, things like education and self improvement. For example, YouTube channels that I support. The creator economy is another one of my popular lists on Benable. And home office essentials. I work from home. In case you're new here, you may not know that. I've been working from home since the very start of the old global thing that we all went through, and I love it. And I have a lot of things that I use and that I practice that increase my productivity, and so I put them into a list. And this is the beauty of Benable. You can show off things that you like. So let's see if I can screen share. Because what I want to do, and here's the thing, Benable right now is by invitation, and they do have a wait list. But you can skip the wait list when you use my link. Hang on just one second. I have to take a sip of water. Okay. So let me greetings. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for coming. NLTMW. Never let the machines win, aka Mike. Thank you for joining today. So here is the link that you're going to use to sign up and skip the wait list. And actually, it's in the description as well. And I'll put it in as a comment, but I'll put it up on screen as well. So there you go. It's Ileane, ILEANE.link/Benable. Super, super simple. Sometimes it may ask you for a code. So I'm going to give you that code. And let me just double check it before I give it to you, because I don't want to give you the wrong code. And I will say that, that's the right one, MYFE4. And the reason why I'm doing this broadcast today and why I'm focusing on it, I've talked about Benable a lot of times. And so much so that 35 of my friends have signed up. And these are mostly, folks that are into affiliate marketing. They may be Amazon influencers, and a lot of them are Amazon influencers who also want to have another set of ways that they can earn passive income. Now, with that said, just know I don't work for Benable. I'm a huge advocate because I love it. I go there every day. But at the same time, I just want you to know that what the folks at Benable have told me that they're looking for, of course, affiliate products and ways that you can earn money are awesome. But they also want recommendations of things that really don't have anything to do with affiliates. So you can make a list of places in your neighborhood to get pizza, or, the best places to walk your dog. Things like that, because it makes the site more relevant. And it also helps users that are going to the site. So I have a couple of lists that are based around Philadelphia because I live in Philly. Hey. And so some of the things that I have on the list are like the restaurants. I'm sorry. I should have some restaurants in one of my lists as well. But the supermarkets, the best supermarkets, and that's probably one of the main places that I go when I leave the house because I work from home. It's a supermarket. So I know all the good supermarkets and where all to get all the good stuff and the good deals and things like that. So those kinds of lists. The other thing about building lists like that is that it also builds up your skills of how to create these lists. Okay, so that's super important as well. So let's just take a look at the site because I've talked about it and I want to make sure you get a chance to see it. Now, I am using Ecamm Live, and sometimes that can be very helpful, and then sometimes I fumble a little bit. So bear with me. Bear with a sister. And here is V Creative. Hello, V Creative. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining today. All right, so here we go. Let's see if we can get any application to show up here. Okay. All right, so that's what the site looks like. Actually, that is me in an incognito window, which I probably need to close so I won't get confused about what I'm sharing here. Hang on, one momento. Let me get my ducks in a row so I can get over to that screen. And yeah, so here you go. Recommend everything you love in one place, save time, earn extra income, and delight followers, friends, or clients. I hadn't even thought about that aspect, which is the clients. And so then they have some folks on the homepage, platform for everyone to compile and share their recommendations. And so they just give you a little bit of an idea of the flavor of the website. So now here's the golden piece for those of us who are affiliates and e-commerce folks, okay? And here's what I learned. I'm going to come back on camera. The beauty of this program is that most of the brands, the ones that do have affiliate programs, are affiliated with Benable. So you don't have to go over to some of these other platforms and sign up. You don't have to go and sign up for the Wayfair affiliate program or the Target affiliate or the Walmart affiliate. I could go on and on because they're all, those three that I just mentioned, and there's thousands more, they are already affiliated with Benable. And you will probably make more money in the cashback from Benable than you would just depending upon the specific program. And yes, they also are affiliated with Amazon. So all of my Amazon influencer friends, and if you're an Amazon influencer or an Amazon influencer hopeful, you can rest assured that Benable will also benefit you when you make sales, and it will be considered as an off-site sale. And those folks that know that the commission rate is higher for off-site. Okay, we're not going to go down the whole Amazon rabbit hole today unless you guys have some questions about it. But I wanted to give you an idea of what the site looked like. So that was the site not being logged in. Now let me also show you what it's like when you are logged in. So bear with me. Hey, there you go. And let me optimize this so it looks a little bit better. Okay. And I'm going to zoom in. And I'm sharing Chrome, but I just want to share the Benable page, not just everything that's on Chrome, because I got a couple tabs open. All right, there you go. So here right now we are on the Discover page and what's trending on Benable. And just to give you an idea of some of the categories that they have. Now, your selections and your list do not have to be limited to these categories, but I just want you to see them. Let me go up to the top so you could just see this. Because I'm logged in, I also have this page for invites. That means the people that I've invited, but you wouldn't see that. So there's going to be trending, then there's fashion, beauty, food. And I know we all have lists of foods. Like all of us have a list of our favorite foods, right? Travel, home, books. Hopefully we all have lists of books that we like to read. Health, pets, active life, wedding, baby and kids, hobbies, and tech. So if anybody was thinking, oh, this sounds like a site for women, it's not. There's a lot of men on here as well. And there's that tech category that kind of makes sure that you guys know. It doesn't matter because I have tech lists as well. It doesn't have to be guys. I'm just using that terminology. So forgive me if that offends you. But anyway, I just want everybody to know that it doesn't matter if you're a man, you're a woman, you're non-binary. I always say that here anyway. Benable is for you. Okay, so let's just go back. So now I'm just going to scroll down. This is, like I said, just giving you an idea of the list. So you just got retire and restyle. That's a list that I'm interested in. Even though I'm not retired, it lets me know that it may be someone who's talking about the kinds of things that I might be interested in. And you've got, makeup, hair products and things. Then you have the section here for featured users. It's nice if you can get into that section. They even have new and trending. So even someone who's new could be featured in that little section there. Fitness things, committed relationship with Amazon. Such a cute list. Great places to explore in Georgia. Remember, I said to you earlier, that is another thing that they encourage, to talk about the places that you can visit and, share your experiences with them. And so let's see what else you have. Favorite skincare products, cats. Oh my goodness, how many cat lovers are out there? Raise your hand if you're a cat lover. Or a dog lover. The next we see here, great places and things to do in Tucson. Well, this is what I say. I'm sorry if I went to a different place, but I'm looking for things that are kind of different. Digital wellness, helpful tools, apps, and widgets. So just let's pick one of these lists and go into it. I'm going to just scroll down. I want to see if there's anything else that is not run of the mill. Like you kind of know what the beauty products and all that kind of stuff would look like. But let's just go here to this digital wellness, helpful tools, apps, and widgets. And this is from Weltica. Notice that they have a description here of what the list is about. I'm not going to read it out. but just notice that it's there. And then there is widgets, screen time apps, mindfulness apps. Well, that's right up my alley because I like mindfulness and studying mindfulness. And you may have noticed a little animation there because that means this list has got 3 hearts. And there were some hearts that went up. You may have seen that. And just to give you an idea. So this is what a list looks like. Or the Calm app. Okay, I got to give that one a heart because if you've been around me for a while, you may know I meditate with the Calm app every single day. And I use Headspace sometimes as well. All right, so there you go. That gives you an idea of what Benable is about. And I would love if anyone who's here on the stream, if you have any questions so far, go ahead and type those questions in. Or if you just are like, hey, thanks for telling me about Benable, whatever the case may be, just let me know that you're here. Okay, so like I said, I mentioned Benable quite a few times here. And one of the things that I've always done was talked about it as part of a different video. And so I wanted to do a dedicated video, not just because I wanted to do one, but because people were asking me about it, especially a few of my Amazon friends are like, don't you have a tutorial? Well, here you go. Today we're doing a bit of a tutorial. So I just gave you an idea of what lists look like. Let's just go over to my list. And we'll just go through the different parts of a profile, okay? Use me for example. All right, so of course you get to add your name, you get to add your social accounts or relevant links that you want to add. Now, you see that I have that verified badge, and the reason why my account has been verified is because I've actually talked to the folks at Benable, and we've shared some tips. They shared tips with me. I had questions. They had questions about me and how I use the site. And as a result, they went through some of my things and they saw, okay, so they verified me. So if that ever happens, or if you ever get the opportunity to talk to the folks at Benable and give them your feedback, I highly encourage that you do that. Okay. I believe that they are a small team. In fact, I'm going to post my link. Now, earlier I posted a link and that was a link for you to sign up. But the link I'm posting now is just a link to my Benable page. Okay. So let's just put that up on screen. So anybody in the replay can see that. It's benable.com/Ileane. All right. So you give you a little description about yourself. It doesn't have to be a description that you've used in other places, because the site is a little bit different than maybe your typical social media sites that you've had. Then there's a search bar there where people can search. Oh, I'm sorry. Before I go into that, I want to make sure that you notice that I also was able to include a link, and you can include multiple links in your bio if you want. I think one link is enough. You've got all your social links, and you can add any other links that you want there. You don't want your account to just look like it's all about you, because it's nice that it is kind of about you, but at the same time, you want people to say, okay, this person is interested in sharing the recommendations with me. Not me, but me being you when you come to my page. Okay? And you'll see as we go through this, you'll see that there's a couple of other little things that you can do in order to make sure that message gets across to people, is that these lists are to help the users. Okay? You find your people. And that's why I highly recommend coming over to that trending page once a day, once a week, whatever your schedule allows for, whatever you have the bandwidth for, and just look through some of those lists and see. And if you see one that looks good to you, give it a like, leave a comment, just like any other platform where you would connect with a community. You could build your own community here. Like I said, I have 35 of my friends who have signed up, so I already got a little community going. All right, so I want that for you as well. Okay, so let's go back. All right, now, and I said, you know what, hang on. I said that while I'm here, I was going to just do a little bit of housekeeping on what this looks like for you, and hide my bookmarks bar, because I know it could be a little my bookmarks are a little much, I know. All right, so that's a little bit cleaner. All right, so as we go down here, now, here I have decided to put some things into categories. This is more of an advanced feature. It's almost like on the Benable homepage where I showed you all the different categories that were there, but notice how mine are customized. In other words, I have home decor, but I also have Philly finds, because I have a list that's dedicated, 2 lists, in fact, that are dedicated to things in my area. Shopping, education, and self-improvement. I clicked it by mistake, but that's okay. Not really, it's a happy accident, because that's going to allow me to show you the next thing that I wanted to go into about the list. So I'm going to go to this YouTube channels I support list. Now, I want you to notice, everybody like that smash button and show your support for the channel. Thank you, Mike. All right, so I want you to notice these little icons that you see here. You are the only one that sees them, because I'm logged into my account, and so I know that my list is optimized. And this is one of the things we want to do. We want to optimize our list. We'll get into that later. Then there's also a welcome note. There's a welcome note. So somebody actually clicks on this list, the first thing they're going to see is a welcome note. Check it out. Oh, it's me, so you won't see it. So I'm just going to go into the welcome note so you can see it. So here is the note that I made for anyone who goes to this list. This list showcases. Let me make sure that you can see this. Okay, good. This list showcases my personal favorites to watch on YouTube. I'm sure you'll enjoy blah, 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 blah. Okay, you can read it if you want. Go to my profile and then you can read it. Now, you don't have to add this note. This note is optional because it actually does make people click a second time. Benable has also provided a sort of a template, a note that everybody can use. However, once you've been on Benable for a while and you see, you're like, well, if you're going to put a note up, you should at least add it at least a little teeny bit just to use the templated one. That's just me. I'm picky. I just feel like, hey, you don't have to use it. So why have all your notes look the same and say the exact same thing? Hopefully people understand that when they're on Benable, they're looking at your recommendations. So give them a little bit of extra information. So I think something that I said is, let me know if you have any questions or if you want to recommend a channel I need to explore. Now, nobody's recommended a channel to me yet, but hey, I put it out there. And that's fine. I want to encourage Realized I wasn't sharing that. I want to encourage people to leave comments, to give their likes or their opinions. So now I broke the list down into sections. This is once again optional. You do not have to have these sections, but I wanted to because I knew that eventually, like this list is a work in progress, eventually this list is going to get bigger because these are channels that I literally subscribe to. I have a YouTube channel subscription, or I've supported the channels with super chats or super thanks, one or the other. Okay? So if you know your way around YouTube, you know that that's a great way to show people that you care and that you're interested and that you appreciate the work and care that they put into their channel. Okay? And before I go on, I want to say hello to my friend, Sue-Ann. Sue-Ann, just so you'll know, I am using Ecamm Live today. And so, yeah. Just wanted to let you know that. Okay. So let's go back and we're going to look at this list. Oh, Sue-Ann's going to come up again later when we go through this list. All right. So in this list, you'll see that I have educators, people that educate folks about YouTube. And here's our mutual friend. When I say our mutual friend, I'm talking about my friend Mike, who's NLTMW in the chat. We're friends through Michael Daniels. That's how we got introduced. Nick Nimmin. I hope everybody knows Nick Nimmin. If there's someone who is interested in growing their YouTube channel. Okay, and then Doug Hooson is another one of my friends. And Doc Rock is really like an online mentor, but he also is a, well, he calls me cuz. We call each other cuz. And then Alex, another one who's like an online mentor as well. And so I'm just going to share with you so you get an idea, like, this is something that I can do in my sleep. Of course, I'm not going to earn any cash back from any of these, okay? However, it's also a way for me to give a shout out to my friends. There's Sue-Ann, right? Mix for Business by Sue-Ann. It's also a way for me to give a shout out to my friends, right? And also to pay respect for the content that they create and that they share. I think we're at the end of the list now. No, honorable mention. These were people that I learned so much from Pat Flynn, but I'm actually not subscribed to his channel right now because I can't subscribe to everybody. I don't have, and my pockets ain't that deep, y'all. And this was another person. Her name is Hal. But she didn't do anything for her subscribers. Maybe she's changed, but at the time, I was like, well, if she's not going to give me any special content, I like her. She's nice. She's great. That's why she's on the list. She's got honorable mention because she's got good content. Okay? So here we go. Just Diana. Oh my gosh. Love her. And so, yeah, we're at the end of that list now. So that was just to give you an idea. I tell you. Sue-Ann has another great comment. Guess what? Got another Benable Cashback yesterday. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Cha-ching. You can earn cash back. Now, I'll show you a list where I've earned cash back. Okay? And, it won't indicate it on the list that I'm going to show you. You'll just see it. You'll get a notification and you'll also get an email to tell you that you've earned cash back. But I'll just give you a little bit more of an e-commerce focused example because that's the title of today's video. All right, so this one is Comfy and Cozy Home. And you see, I've got 89 items. Yeah, I think about this comfy, cozy home list a lot. And hang on for 1 second. Yeah, I think about this list a lot. And one of the reasons is because it was the very first list where I started earning cash back. See these chairs? The reason why these chairs are at the top of the list, these were the first ones that I earned cash back. And holy moly. Let me just click into this one that's on the right, the mid century one from Walmart. Okay. I added a little note because you should add a note and the reason why you add it. I have never seen this chair in person. When I first saw it, I thought that is a really cute chair and it definitely looks comfy and cozy. But I've had to make, I don't know, maybe close to $20 just from this chair being on my list. I didn't just pick any random chair. Don't get me wrong. But here's the difference. If I were using the Walmart affiliate and I think they have some type of a creator, Walmart creator, I would need to have the chair. You know, this is the way it works with Amazon. You need to have products in hand when you're showing products. I'm trying to see if I have a product. Yeah, here's an Amazon product. Not that I'm trying to do a video about this product, and I never have done a video about this product. It's a replacement eyeglass case because the eyeglass case that when I originally got these glasses, it fell apart. So I had to find one that was big because my glasses are big and thick and you can't just put them in a little. Fortunately, I don't have to wear them as much since I had cataract surgery. But anyway, I keep them at the ready just in case. Okay? If something's in fine print, I have to pull these bad boys out. So if I were to do a video on Amazon for it, I need to have this product at hand so that I can share it in the video. Right? You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to have products in hand. You're recommending things that you like. I wrote it down what it says. Create shareable lists of things you recommend. You don't want to just say, oh, let me just find the most expensive things in the world and put them on my list. That's not how you should do it. That's my opinion. You do you. I'm just showing y'all the platform. Okay? All right. So now, let's just go back to this one because one of the things that I've noticed lately is that Walmart, for some reason, a lot of their things are out of stock. And I don't know what they're doing, but let's just click on this one and see if it's still in stock. And when you click on it, okay, it is still in stock. Okay, you can see that. All right, great. And this is a $600 chair. Oh, I'm sorry, $680 chair. It's gorgeous. All right, so, and let's go back. That's the reason why I clicked on that, and I can't remember what it was. But that's okay. So now I'm going to show you, by way of editing, I'm going to edit this, and we're just going to pretend that I was adding it for the very first time. And I'll show you how to do that, but I just want to show you a couple of little things. All right. So here is a description of the chair, and that just came directly from Walmart. Okay. And now as I scroll down, I see that there are images that I can add here. Now, one of these images isn't even that chair, so be mindful of that. But I want to give my audience, my viewers, the option to see different aspects of the chair. So like this picture and that picture, they're the same picture. However, Notice, I think you all are looking. Please let me know. Hopefully, if you're not watching the screen right now, please bring your attention back to the screen because I want you to see one of my little tricks. And well, one of their little tricks. It's not really my trick, but I want to share it with you to make your listings look good. As I hover over this image of the chair, notice how the chair is getting cut off at the top and at the bottom. But as I hover, there's these little arrows. And let's see, when I hover over it, it says fit photo. So all I would have to do is do that. And now the photo fits. Now, I don't need this, so I'm going to get rid of it. And all I have to do is come over here and tap that. It's because I already have the fitted photo, because I had already done the fit on the first version of it. And this one, maybe I could make that a little bit more fit. I don't think it mattered that much, so I just left it there because it was close up and you could see it. You know, it's just up to you. Each listing will be different. Another thing I want you to notice here is that people can give you hearts. Of course, I'm not going to give myself a heart. You can share this if you want, and all it's going to do is not going to open up any sharing options. Like you can share it on Twitter or you can share it on Facebook. It's just going to copy the link. See, it says link copy. That's all it does. But you can also, let's say I was on someone else's, but I guess I could add my own bookmarks as well. If I wanted to make sure I put this chair on every list where I talk about decor, I could bookmark it. You see the little bookmark? And I could add it to a bookmark folder. Now, I'm not going to. I just wanted to show you that you can bookmark it. I'm going to close that out and I'm going to unbookmark it. Okay? Because I like the chair, but not that much. All right, so this gives you an idea of, so you want to keep in mind, especially if you have this kind of e-commerce focused list, even though we're going to recommend things that we like, we also want to keep in mind that different people have different tastes. Right? So you may also want to put something like, I would never buy this sofa, for example. I'll tell you why I would never buy this. And I haven't made any cash back on this, but this is an example. I think this is gorgeous. I think this sofa is gorgeous. But guess what? Not going to fit in my house. I don't even know where I would put it. I guess I could put it in the basement, but the basement gets flooded sometimes, so I'm not going to put a $2,487 couch in the basement. But it's, to me, this is gorgeous, and this definitely represents comfy and cozy, which is what this list is all about. Okay? So that's something that I put on here that is not something that I have, but I think when I saw it, it caught my eye and it made me feel like I would love to lay on that couch. I would love to sit on that couch. So I added it to my list. All right. And I know that this company, Castlery, is a well-respected company. All right. Even though they got all those pop-ups. So now I want you to notice something else. I'm going to go into edit again this time. And what you need to pay attention to in terms of affiliates is where it says Benable Auto Affiliate Link. Auto Affiliate Link. That means that out of the thousands of brands that Benable has an affiliate relationship with, this brand, which is Castleberry. I'm sorry, I forgot. Oh, Castlery. Castlery is one of those brands. And so this is eligible. So if someone were to come over here, see this and say, oh my gosh, I got to have it and buy it, I will earn cash back. I will earn cash back. Or I could share it. They don't even have to come over to Benable. I could share it, post it on Facebook. I could post it on my YouTube community tab. I can do an Instagram story and add that little link sticker. Or a Facebook story. You can do that on Facebook as well. I know people forget. Or a reel. And the reels on Facebook, the Facebook reels, the links work if you're using your page. I don't know about profile because I don't mess with Facebook profile. I have it, but I don't mess with it. Okay? So I think that's kind of giving you a little bit of the basics. Now, here's a suggestion for a list you want to start. And this will work for anybody. Anybody. Basically, you could do this list in your sleep. And that would be your morning routine. Now, the things that you name your list on Benable also get the attention of Benable and may help you land on the homepage. When I say Benable, that time I meant the folks at Benable. All right, so it would be here's choices that I am thinking about doing, and we may even do that today. Best morning routines, productive morning routines, morning routines for guys, morning routines for boomers. Okay, so think about things that, or should I say, things that you don't even really have to think about. Like sometimes Benable will do a contest. And last year they did a contest about hobbies, creating hobby lists. Sue Ann says, I make some selections of wish items for things I like, and others may too. I find the shopping for lists or things you just like without shopping is kind of fun. It's super fun. Benable is a really fun site, and it's stress-free, especially when you compare it to running your Amazon affiliate business. Because Amazon has a lot of rules, restrictions, and regulations that you don't have to worry about with Benable. And also with Benable, you're not just limited to Amazon. Now, I will say, my friends that are Amazon affiliates, a lot of them, all their lists just have Amazon products on. And that's okay. It's okay by me. I mean, and hopefully they'll earn cash back. Because what happens with the Amazon connection is in your settings of your account. I'm not sure if I can show you that without showing you anything personal information. So let me just take a look on the back end before I show you where you do that. Advanced settings, it might be there. Cashback settings. Yep. It's under the cashback settings. Okay. And so I can kind of show you that. It's not really anything personal there. So there, it's in the cashback settings because I'm logged into my account. I'm on the account settings page and the cashback settings. And all I had to do was put my Amazon auto affiliate link there. Be sure that you use, because as Amazon influencer you have two. You have associates and you have the influencer. And speaking of influencer, my friend Wayne Roberts is in the building. Hey Wayne, catching you live. Thank you so much for catching me live, Wayne. Okay, so as an Amazon associate, as an Amazon influencer, or as an Amazon associate, you have two. You have a site ID, or store ID is what actually the terminology is. The store ID for your offsite which is the one you want to put there, which is also the same as your associates. And you have your influencer. You don't want to put your influencer one in there because you know why? Because the commissions are lower. And you might think, well, no, I want people on. No, you don't. Trust your girl, okay? And I definitely earned cash back through Amazon from Benable. Absolutely did. And because I was trying to figure out why somebody was buying ice makers. And then it dawned on me, I have ice makers on my Benable list. I don't have any ideas lists that have ice makers on there, but I have them on one of my Benable lists. And so I'm back over to my account because that just made me think, is there any example of something that I want to show you there? And I can. It's just to show you that I have an exposure inner chef list. Now, a lot of people have lists with these kind of names, like your inner chef or the chef inside or something like that. And I have mostly all affiliate products here on this list. Okay. And let's see, it would probably be, and I have them in categories. So I have cooktops, silverware, cutlery and table settings, coffee, tea and desserts, herb and spices, surf and turf. And I also have cookbooks, food processors, and appliances. And that may be where the ice maker is. Okay? And so that was a total surprise to me. And it took me a minute to figure out. I'm like, oh, that came from Benable. Yay! Wayne says, thanks for sharing, Miss Ileane. You're welcome. Yeah, I really want to encourage anyone who signed up, who I invited, and you signed up, just start. And I know one of the motivations for signing up is to earn money. I get that. Believe me, I get it. But just to practice that muscle of making a list and also of getting the attention, getting on Benable's radar, you make a list. And it may or may not, or it may be a blend of affiliate products and also some, like a morning routine, for example. And maybe we'll just create this list now just so you can see the process. For example, my morning routine, of course I would have products in there. But what about I pray? That's not going to be an affiliate product for that. I meditate. Not really. I could put affiliate products in there for meditation, for yoga, and all that stuff, but I don't have to. So I want you to think about that. So when I cut myself off when I was talking about when they did the contest. And they sent out an email. They said, we're doing a contest and it's about your hobbies. It's about your hobbies, okay? Y'all, I made a list because I even told the folks at Benable, I can make that list in my sleep just about. Because most of the time, I'm falling asleep when I'm making the list. When I'm doing the thing that's on the list. And I'll show you that list real quick, just so you can see here it is. All right, I got the list open now. I can screen share again. Best podcast to learn about podcasting. I study podcasting unrelentlessly. So I made this list. I didn't have to look up one single solitary thing. Okay? But like my friend Dave Jackson, he has a book. I don't know. I'm not sure if I used the yeah, I did use the Amazon link for that. Yes. Now, Dave Jackson is an award-winning podcaster. And like I said, he's also a friend. But, I added that because I know it's good. I honestly recommend that book to anybody who wants to monetize their podcast. Then industry news. I follow the New Media Show. I've been following them, I don't know, a decade. Somebody else might say this is the most boring show in the world. Yeah, if you don't care about podcasting, it probably will bore you to tears. But for someone who does, like myself, it's a passion for me. Even if when my podcast is on hiatus, podcasting is still a passion for me. And I know that if someone listens to that podcast, they will have a whole completely different understanding of podcasting. And so that's why I recommend it. Okay? And also, you saw their pod news. Now, that's just completely the opposite. Pod news is a short 5-minute podcast. I listen to it. Actually, I listen to it through Alexa every morning as a flash briefing. Well, when I say every morning, I mean Monday through Friday as a flash briefing. And it just gives me quick hits. Quick hits. This is what happened. Sometimes it's even less than 5 minutes. It's like 2.5 minutes of podcast news. Where else you going to get that? Nowhere. James Critland. Uh, he does pod news. So this is something, like I said, I can do in my sleep. Because sometimes I might put some of these podcasts on when I'm trying to get to sleep. And it's okay. Because I'm listening. It's just something that is ingrained in me that I can create a list about. And the reason why I'm telling you this, because I know there's something like that you do, or that you experience, or that you wish for, or yearn for, that you can create a list about. And you can throw your affiliate products in there if you want or not. Okay? And so that's the whole idea behind this. So let's just build a list. I know y'all are like, okay, she's giving us enough examples now. Let's get to it. But I have been giving you tips along the way. Hope you've been catching them. All right. So let's go to the home page. Now, I have this list that I have been building in behind the scenes, but I decided this morning that list, it needs my full attention. So instead of that, I'm going to create a list that is the one that I just suggested to you. That is morning routines. Okay? So, before I start showing you about building the list, you do have some settings. Let me come back on screen, because when I show you settings, I want to make sure that I'm not showing you something that I shouldn't be showing you. Okay? Sorry about that. And this is kind of an advanced feature. But what you can do is make all your lists private until you finish building it out. Let's see if I can find that little setting. Edit my profile, advanced settings, enable cover photos, new lists are hidden by default. Okay, there you go. I'm not sharing any personal information on that page. So I recommend to do this. I recommend to go into your advanced settings. See where it is? Edit profile and account settings. Advanced settings over here on the left. Right? Enable cover photos. Use cover photos for lists on your profile instead of emojis. You want to do that. All right? And new lists are hidden by default. And I don't think this is a default setting. I had to turn this on. All right? So you want to go into your advanced settings and see if this is turned on. Okay. I had to give you that disclaimer. So now go to your profile And that's where you will see the plus icon. So here's the plus icon. New list or new collection. Now I see you commented, Sue Ann, but I can't read your comment because this is covering the screen. But I will get back to your comment in a second. So I'm just going to say new list. All right, so now I'll see if I can look at Sue Ann's comment here. How do you get those label tags like you see on their main page when you create a collection? So I'm going to show you that too. Thanks. Good question. Let me star that question because, yeah, you're getting ahead of the rest of the class, Sue Ann. Okay, so I'm going to name this. I'm just going to name it My Morning Routine. I'm just going to name it My Morning Routine because remember, this list is private anyway, so nobody's seeing it. I could change this name later because I think that's a boring name, but for now, for you, you're just getting started. So here's what you want to do. See, notice how this list is hidden. You go here. You can go to your list settings. All right, this is important. Pay attention. All right, you're going to go to advanced settings. Oh, before you go to advanced settings, up at the top, you change the icon because this little blue purplish star is the default icon. You want to change the icon. All right, so I'm going to use the beauty of the lipstick, even though makeup isn't going to be on this list, I don't think. Okay, so if I had something on the list, then that's where just edit photos, but I don't have anything on here yet. So now if I want to change this URL, because it's going to be benable.com/your profile name, for me it's Ileane, /my-morning-routine. And I'm going to change that because I don't need the word my in there. And I'm just going to change it to morning. And I can put a dash or I don't have to put the dash. Routine. I think I want to put the dash. I just didn't like the way that looked without the dash. Okay. So do that before you even, get into your list. Okay. So now here you can password protect this list. I just want y'all to think about that. If you want to password protect your list. Welcome note. I showed you an example of the welcome note earlier. I'm not going to have a welcome note on this right now because we're just talking about how to, create a list. All right. That's more advanced features. So there you go. I went into the advanced settings. And so here's how you add stuff to the list. So here's the list. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to answer Sue Ann's question. And I see more comments coming in. So I'm going to come back on screen. Okay. You have them on the top of your profile, but I don't. Okay. Oh, don't think I've been changing my stars on the list. I always change those stars. Okay. Now, here's what Sue Ann means. All right. So let's go to my profile. And this was a question of mine, Sue Ann, as well. So just so you'll know, I was so happy when I figured out, how come I don't have that up there at the top? So here you go. I've made collections and I've put lists in the collections. That's what gives you these little icons up at the top. All right. Let's go to Sue Ann's profile. And off the top of my head, I'm not 100% sure what the URL is for your profile. So I'm just going to come off screen and figure it out really quickly because I know you like some of my stuff recently. All right, so it's Sue Ann. All right, so it's Sue Ann, duh. My bad, Sue Ann. All right, so here's Sue Ann. So let's scroll down a bit, and you notice she does not have those collections at the top of her list. And she hasn't created any collections. That's one reason, because there's two reasons why you don't have them at the top. But one reason is you haven't created any. So you might create collection for decor, because you've got mirror and you've got lazy hazy days of summer, and you would drag those two lists into decor. So dragging and dropping lists and items on a list is definitely a pro hack. Well, a lot of this stuff is pro hacks. I'm sharing all my hacks with y'all today. Okay. Ooh, we've been on here for an hour, and I didn't even get into the pro hacks yet. All right, so let's go back. Let's go back to my page here, and I will show you how that works. Now, my list isn't public, so you won't see it. All right, so go back. That new list I made is not public. So, but here, did it? I made the list, right? Let's go back up to the top. What happened to my list? Did I put it in one of my collections? I'm not sure what happened to my list, friends. I'm not sure what happened to my list. It should be up at the top. Maybe I didn't save it, so we're going to do it again. Or because I didn't have anything in it. I'm not sure what happened there, but I don't see it, so I'm just going to assume I did something wrong. Yeah, because I didn't have any items in it that could be part of it. And I didn't have any description. Okay, Sue Ann, I see you got another comment there. Okay, hidden from you even. Yeah, I don't think it created it because I didn't put anything in it. And I didn't know that was going to happen because I stopped in order to answer your question. And next time I'm not going to do that. I didn't even have a description. Okay. In the morning, here is what I do to start my day. Hopefully, you will get inspired by my ideas. Oh, no, I'll just say my routine. I don't even know if I'm going to keep this list or not. And let's just make sure I go back to my settings. Change that again. I'm going to change it to morning routine. And this URL is already taken. Please select another one. Okay, so just so we don't have to try to figure out where that list is, we're going to take the dash out this time. Okay, so let's go back to, we're not going to do the welcome note. Okay, we're going to change this. We're going to put the lipstick there, the icon up at the top. Okay, and so let's add something to the list this time. I'm going to, here's, this is important, so listen up. Sorry, got a little distracted, but this is important. All the different ways that you can add things to your list. One of them is simply by coming over here. If you have the URL to something, just put that URL in this box here. So for example, I'm going to go to, I'm just going to grab the URL from this video. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes, okay? And even though we know this is not my morning routine, right? Notice how it brought in other people's thumbnails, okay? Because I guess they were talking about Benable as well. All right, sorry, y'all. Y'all not getting on my thing. All right, so now add a note. This really wakes me up. All right, so now I don't think my list will get lost again this time. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's I got the link this time. Let's just go back to my profile. I just want to see if it actually, nope, the other one there. Oh yeah, here's the other one. The other one was there. It just was a delay of lag time. Okay, so I just wanted you to see, that was one way you can add something to your list just by the URL. But let's say I want to add yoga routine. I can just simply search for yoga routine. And it just brought up this one. It just picked this one. I don't know if this is a good one or not. But I could go and check it out and see if it's worth it. Or I could add there's 3 different thumbnails there. I don't know which one is going to, I love doing yoga. And so let's just go over here and see what it picked up. Okay, so it just picked up this one video. So I would look and see which video is it that this is the correct thumbnail for this. And then I would edit. Let's just assume that it's the first one. I don't know for sure, but let's just assume. But this is not my way that I actually usually add things to my list. I'll show you my way of adding things to my list. And in order for me to do that, I'm going to go to my Amazon shop. And I just created boom, I just added a video about this deodorant. Okay, so this is, and I'm getting rid of all the little miscellaneous stuff at the end of the URL, and I'm going to use the Benable extension. Don't pay attention to all the stuff that just popped up. That was other extensions that I have on this page. I'm going to use the Benable extension, and you see me hovering over it up at the top of the page. And let's see. Let me go into manage extensions just so you can see that Benable has an extension. And you are seeing that, right? Yes, you're seeing it. Okay, so there's a little B up at the top in my toolbar here. And it's asking me to find a list. I'm just going to pick that one. I don't know if that's the right one now because I got two. Now, I already know, and we've seen before, that all these characters here don't show up. So I'm not going to and most of the time, people won't need to know that it's Happy Curves. Guess what? It says it right on the label that it's Happy Curves. So it's the all over, whole body, let's just say body, natural deodorant. Forget all the rest of this stuff. If you want to leave it in there, it's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt at all. I just want you to see that you don't have to have all that in there if you don't want to. So I'm just going to use that photo fit thing I showed you earlier. Use that. I don't need to have another picture of the bottle, but this is good because she's putting the deodorant on. This is just my own personal taste. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. Or I could say, yeah, let's also have so that people could see it comes in different fragrances. Okay? And so this one works, y'all. Okay, that's my note. Now, I can go to Benable and edit this. So we're going to see, first of all, if it's on the right list, right? And so let's just close this. Yes, it went to the right list. So now we're just going to add sections just so you see how this works. So I'm going to have a section for wellness. Now, when you do it this way, and I shouldn't have done it that way, but when you do it this way, everything goes in that category. So this is not a big problem because this list is fresh and new. I'm going to come back on screen because I know y'all miss me. This is not a big problem because this list is new, only got 3 items. But really what you want to do is when you create your list, and I forgot to say this earlier, you also should create the sections so that you can drag and drop things into the sections. This makes it easier because otherwise, if you add, let's just say I had 25 items here. When I create a section, they're all automatically going to go into that section. Then I have to create another section and go and find the ones and then drag them out. And I don't feel like doing that. But luckily, since I'm doing a demo, I only had 3 items. So let's show you how easy it is. So I just did wellness, and let's do another section. I will call it, what do I have? I'll just say call it yoga. All right. So now how do I get stuff into that section? All you got to do is drag it. And once you start dragging it, it's a little finicky, but see how it went in there? And let's just say I have another one that says videos. Now, you guys know, I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. This is not the kind of content I will put on the list, my own video that I'm doing right now. But here you go. I'll just put that in there. So now I've got 3 sections. Now it makes sense. Optional to add a description for each section as well. Okay. So now let me come back on screen. Let me see if there's any more comments there. Okay. Oh, no new comments. All right. So that gives you an idea. You start your list. You name your list. You go in and edit the URL of your list. Tighten that up. All right. Make it, you don't have all the things, the words that you use to make your list stand out, the name of your list. But when it's time for you to do the URL, and I know some of you already know like basic SEO, but some of y'all don't. And also, so you can remember yourself to just go ahead and shorten it up. So you don't have this long URL when it's time for you to share it. Right? All the things I like to do in the morning when I wake up. You don't want that. Yeah, morning routine. Boom. Okay? You do all that like before you really start building your list out. Then you make the sections. So you do have to give this a little bit of thought before you actually start making your list. Otherwise, you just have to drag and drop. It's not the end of the world. It's by no means the end of the world because dragging and dropping, we all know how to do that. If you're on the internet, you know how to drag and drop. Okay, so now let me make sure that I have answered Sue Ann's questions. So let's go back to my profile. And if I want to, I can do it myself now. So you see it says Ileane Smith's lists 26, right? I click on that plus button. I don't create a new list because I already got 26 lists. I create a new collection. And even though it shows up down here at the bottom like it's and I'm going to get rid of this collection, but let's just say I'm just going to call it for toddlers, because I just so happen to see my toddlers list there. And then I'm going to take this one here and drag it up into there. See? Now, it was in a list, it was in a category called shopping, but now it's in for toddler, and I didn't even spell it right. So what I also want to do is go here and change the icon. All I had to do was click on that icon. I don't know if I want the baby bottle, because toddlers don't use baby bottles, but I'm just showing you how you change the icon. Then also, if I want to, I could just delete it. Now, deleting the collection does not delete the list. But guess what? I'm not taking any chances. I'm taking my 4 toddlers that I just made for you to see, and I'm going to drag it back up into shopping, which is where it was before. So I'm going to, once I start dragging it up, it's going to go up to the top of the page and show all those categories. So I'm dragging it back into shopping. So now I see I have 2 in shopping and 4 toddlers. I can delete it because that was just for demonstration purposes. Anywho. And I know there is more. I got more ninja tips for y'all. I really do. But we've been on here for over an hour. So I encourage you to go down into the description of this video, and also I will put it up on screen again. Sign up for Benable with Ileane.link/Benable and give it a try. Have fun, as Sue Ann said earlier. It's fun looking through these lists, and this is also another way of earning passive income to supplement, to augment what you're already doing with other platforms. Now, I'll tell you a little story. And here's my code. In case it asks for a code, it shouldn't, because the link should include the code. But in case it asks for a code, because that has happened a couple of times, that code is MYFE4. MyFE4. Thanks so much. Grab new tips today. Yes, and it's good to have it recorded. Wayne, you're welcome. Please, please, please start making lists. Like I said, once you get the hang of doing it with those things that you can do in your sleep, then that's when you start thinking about, I know I have this product that does really well on Amazon, or what another affiliate thing that you have. Because this is another thing. If you're an affiliate marketer that doesn't even do e-commerce, you can also create lists of your tools, your SaaS tools. You better know I got a list that has a StreamYard affiliate link in it, and a list that has an Ecamm Live affiliate link in it. You know that's right, right? It's a creator economy. Okay, so it doesn't even matter if you don't have e-commerce. Any affiliate, you can create a list of it, right? I just signed up for 2 brand new things. 2 brand new things. One is Calendly. Haven't decided if I'm going to pay for. I probably will. Because now people can book appointments with me for 30-minute chunks. You can book a 30-minute one-on-one session with me, so we can talk about affiliate marketing with Amazon, or with Benable, or with YouTube and YouTube shopping, affiliate program, any of those things. You can book a session with me, and Calendly now integrates with Aweber, which is my email service of choice. Miss Ileane, where can I have a questions about people outside the USA? Where can I ask that question? For what? People outside the USA, for what purpose, Wayne? For Amazon or for Benable? Because I don't think it matters if you're outside the US for Benable. If you're finding that it does restrict you because you're outside the US, there is a support tab. And these people are very responsive. Now, on the weekends they might not get back to you, but at the very bottom of the page, and I am screen sharing now so you can see, there's a little chat window right there. How can we help? Send us a message. Oh, it tells you we'll be back online tomorrow. So, of course, they're not around right now. And they use Intercom, which is a great. My friend Ehud Segev is using Intercom on the Logi site now, too, because it's such a cool way to do support and, to message people. So if that's what you meant, then there's your answer. If you meant something else, Amazon banking and banking for payment. Ew. I'm not sure. Amazon has a support as well, Wayne, but that's a question you might want to pop into the Facebook group, and then that will also give me a chance to do a little research and see if I can find out anything that would be helpful for you. You can put it in the Logi group. That's fine. I'm pretty sure you're in the Logi group. Go ahead and put it in there because somebody else in there may already know. Because we have a lot of non-USA people in there, Canadians, UK, different countries. I'm not going to start calling out a list of countries because I don't remember them all anyway, even if I did know. Okay. And Sue-Ann said, my fave is Tidy Cow, lifetime for the same booking things. Awesome. So I'm pretty sure you have a list of tools, but I don't remember seeing Tidy Cow on there, Sue-Ann. So hello, get to it, my love. Logi group. Okay, yeah, and that way I know it can be contained. Because if you put it on one of the other Facebook groups, because I'm a moderator in the Logi group. That's why I said Logi group. But Rodney decided he wants to sing to me. He probably forgot I told him I was going on live stream. Yeah, Rod, I'm live, baby. I'm almost done. That's okay. You sounded good. You sounded good. They can't hear you anyway. Sorry, y'all. So, because I'm a moderator in the Logi group, I know that the answer that you'll get will be a little, not a bunch of people asking. Sometimes you ask a question in a Facebook group, your question, somebody else thinks about something that they have a problem with, then they want to ask their question on your question. It's like, no, give me an answer, not another question. Oh, Mike from Never Let the Machines Win said, greetings, Mr. Rodney. Oh, he can't hear me. Now he went into the kitchen. He's deep into the kitchen to make my lunch. Me and his employee Abu's lunch. Oh, Sue-Ann could hear him. Sounded good. He was doing a falsetto voice anyway. Because he's just a happy camper. I mean, like, why not? He's my friend. Well, of course he's happy. All right, so I think I answered your question, Sue-Ann. Please make sure to let me know if I answered your question about having those icons at the top of your profile. And really, what I did, here's my recommendation about that. Even though I showed you how to do it, I didn't start making those categories until after I had 20 lists. That was just my own stipulation that I put on myself. Because to me, if you've only got 3 lists, or 5 lists, why do you need categories? You don't have enough lists. There's no reason to categorize it. The categories help people find your content more easily. But if you've only got 5 lists, Boom, they're going to see it. If they're on their desktop especially, they're going to see all your lists right there. Oh, they scroll down a little bit to see them. Right? In my head, it doesn't make sense to have a lot. And I see people do it, and it's okay. Do your thing. It's your Benable page. You do it the way you want to do it. Okay? Those tools are there for you. Benable has provided those tools for you. If you only have one list and you want to make it a category, go for it. Because that tool is there, and it does look nice, and it gives you that little extra icon. For me, kind of, if somebody's coming to your page, to me, it's confusing. Like, you only have one list. Why you got a category for it? If it makes you feel better, have at it. But, like I said, I waited until I had 20. And, okay, so let me just look over my notes, because sometimes as soon as I get off a live stream, I say, I can't believe I got to tell them about this. Now, there may be some things I forgot to tell you about, and that's okay. But I just want to give a shout out to 35 of my friends who signed up. I made myself a note, even though I said it earlier. I want to say it again. Hey, you took action. You signed up. You heard me talking about Benable wherever, here on YouTube, in one of the Facebook groups, or in one of the Zoom calls. You heard me talking about it, and you signed up. If you started making lists, if you made a lot of lists, yay! If you made cashback, whoop, whoop, whoop. If you haven't started making lists yet, I encourage you to make lists. Start with something easy. And you don't have to start with something easy. In my mind, one of the reasons why you haven't started the list is because you don't have time. You got other stuff on your plate. So do something that's easy, and boom, and get it out there. You can always refine it later. You can always say, no, that doesn't belong on there. Oh, I should give a little bit more of a better description of this particular thing, or why I added it to the list. But you don't have to be verbose, because that's not the culture over there. It's not like I saw one person's list, and every item on the list, the note was like paragraphs. It was like a blog post for each item. That's her list, or their list. You do you. Me, I ain't got time to read your... If that's the case, I would be on your blog somewhere reading blogs. I don't read blogs no more. I ain't got time for that. All right. So I talked about the cover images and the welcome notes. Didn't show you how to edit the cover images. We got one more thing I got to show you. One more thing. Yeah, so this particular list is one that I will use as an example, because I'm not sure these cover images are getting my results. And that is this list that I made. I'm going to resize this again. For best Mac Mini accessories. Best Mac Mini accessories. I don't think the list is hitting home like I wanted to. I got 3 likes on it, but I want better results. So here's where you go into settings. And here is where you go to advanced settings. Cover photos, edit cover photo. Now, if I want, I can upload an image. So for example, this image right here is literally my Stream Deck. That's literally, and I uploaded it. See here, you can upload images. You do not have to use any of the pre-populated images that come in. You can upload an image. You can go over to Canva, make an image. You can use AI and create images. Just whatever you want to do. If you have the URL to an image, it might not even be something that's on the list, but you got the URL, you can do that as well. All right, so let's do this one. I'm going to keep, because that is my picture. And I'm going to also put a picture of the Mac Mini I think it makes sense to have that there. And see how that doesn't look good at all? But I'm going to use that fit photo. It may look a little bit better. And I do think it makes sense to have one of the monitors there. And I'm just going to make sure that fit photo looks better. And it does. So there you have it. We'll rock with that for a little while. Let's just make sure there was nothing else there. I probably need to add some more items to this list as well. I probably could find some more webcams to throw in there and some more hubs and things like that to throw in. Okay, so there is the updated list there. So now let's go back to the front of my profile and just see if that looks a little bit better. Because I had those webcams there and I'm not sure that was like the best choice of. Yeah, and I really don't like the picture that I took on there. I may change that, but I still think it does look better than having the webcams there. So I'll play around with it. And for now, this may get people's attention because you could tell that this is kind of like a homemade photo. That might work. Or I could just put that one photo. I don't have to have 3. I could have 2. As you may have noticed when I was editing that. Let's go back to edit cover photos. I don't have to have 3. Just uncheck that one. I could just have 2. Or I could just have 1. Okay, so that's cool. I definitely wanted to share that because I forgot to show you that. So let's go to the upload. You literally just browse your computer. I'm not going to upload an image. Y'all know how to do that, right? Okay, and I'm just going to cancel. I'm just going to leave it the way it was with the 3. Okay. All right, I think I got you all. Okay, hang on. Thanks for the tips, Sue-Ann. I forgot how to bring. Maybe remove your background on that photo. Yeah, I tried that, and I didn't like the way that looked either. So I don't have to. That's why you notice it wasn't even a photo in there. It's just because I had previously uploaded it that Benable still had it there in the system, so that when I went to edit photos, it was still there. And that was cool to know that, because I don't think I had ever done that before. It was still there if I wanted to choose it, because I uploaded it. So yeah, that was like it kept it in on their servers for me. So that was really nice. And I'll give you an example of the one that I just had this piece of AI art, and I just used that as the cover. This is on the creator economy list. That is the cover in itself. And I could have grabbed a bunch of different images, but I didn't. I just kept this one here that was the same one that came from my newsletter. Okay, so there you go. I think I covered all that I can cover in 90 minutes, because we're up to 90 minutes now. This has been fun. I could talk about Benable all day long, as you can see. I love it. I want to encourage you to start creating your list. Even if you only have a couple items to put on it, you can use that option that I showed you earlier. And just, if anybody's just catching it now, that you can always make your list hidden until you're ready to publish it. And then that way you don't have to think each time you create a list, oh, I better hide it. Just make them always be hidden. You can do it that way. And so it gives you a chance to like just flex that muscle, but it's also something that you can integrate easily into your workflows of anything that you're doing. Oh, and one more thing. I started saying earlier that I signed up for 2 things, And that other thing, I mentioned Calendly, and I also added that Calendly as a product on Buy Me a Coffee so that people have two different ways that they can pay, because you have to pay for this time alone with me. $75 is the rate at this moment. And I know that some people don't have PayPal, so PayPal is one option. And the other option is Buy Me a Coffee, which uses Stripe or credit card. So hopefully that covers everyone's bases. And believe it or not, someone DM'd me on Twitter, totally unrelated, because you're the first people hearing about this, that I just set this up. Someone DM'd me on Twitter and wanted to know how could they sit down one-on-one with me and talk about the Amazon influencer program, and that they were willing to pay me. And it just was like, oh, boop, boop, boop. I got the link right here. Cynthia, hey, glad you caught me live, Cynthia. I'm wrapping things up. Cynthia, I don't think you signed up for Benable yet, so please check the link in the description. Sign up for Benable. I know you will love it, and you will be fantastic over there as well. And start creating lists and earn cash back, or just express yourself with your list and make recommendations to folks. And, when Cynthia comes, you could just feel like, okay, I will adore you. I adore you too. It's kind of like a breath of fresh air just came into the building, Cynthia. All right, y'all. Yes. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so very much for your time and your attention. And leave me any comments, questions. Beauty Bubble's here. Beauty Bubble, you can, when I talk about somebody making lists in their sleep, BB or Beauty Bubble can do that. Hello, Beauty Bubble. It's so good to see you. Checking Benable out today. Thank you so much. Oh, I am so glad you are. You'll love it. You will absolutely love it. And it goes well. Etsy is one of the partners for Benable as well. So Etsy shops, if people who have Etsy shops, if you want to encourage people to put things on their Benable list, like when you're talking about your Etsy shop, you might say, hey, share it on social media, add it to your Benable list. And people might say, well, what's Benable? Then you'll have your invitation code. Because once you sign up, then you'll all have your invitation code. Now, the invitation code is not an affiliate link or anything like that. It just, because you're a curator and Benable wants you to recommend your friends who are also curators. That's all that's about. That's their way of kind of growing the platform and all that. And Cynthia said, thank you for the gems. Virgo here, love a list. Yes. My friend Mr. Rodney's a Virgo. Okay, you all. I just always have so much fun hanging out with you. And I want you all to have a splendid day. Bye for now.